Welcome into the State of Sports podcast. We're doing our baseball second half preview. We're going to start off by going over the home run derby on Monday night and the All-Star game last night, Tuesday night. This will be coming out Thursday, July 15th. I'm obviously here with a normal crew. Nick, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good. That's a nice Rockies hat you got, considering that they were the All-Star game was in Colorado.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
That's good job. Morgan, you're here in all your Cubs gear, even though they're not putting up any W's.
Always representing.
I will have a little section later on when we talk about, potential trade players on the Cubs later. So the whole that's my thing for later. Spoiler alert is people we were, texting and we decided to talk about people who could be traded. My thing for the Cubs was the entire Cubs roster.
Yeah. It's more at this point who I want to keep.
Yeah, who do you want to keep?
Right.
But let's recap the home run derby. We had a little wager on it. Stash Cuddy's pick, Pete Alonso, ended up winning. The favorite Shohei Ohtani goes down to my pick. Beautiful, beautiful Juan Soto, who went 3 for 3 on a swing off. What a clutch, man. That's why he's a world champion.
You did really well.
He did. And Morgan is buying the DeGrami.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to buy it for myself. So.
Yes, repeat Alonso.
Morgan, would you like to talk about how you feel taking the first L of the podcast, which, I mean, to anybody that knows all three of us isn't really shocking.
Wow. Shohei had other things to worry about, because he had to start the All-Star game the next night.
True.
And lead off. So he had other things on his mind.
That's fair. That's a fair point. You should have thought about that, though, before your pick. You probably should have went with your gut. You should have went with Mancini.
To be fair, they need to rearrange how they do the home run derby.
I like it.
What's wrong with the home run derby?
The top 4 home run hitters should advance, not matchups.
Nah, I'm all in on the matchups.
And also the amount of disrespect they had to Salvador Perez.
Terrible.
Bro.
Terrible.
The dude was mashing bombs, and they
had Pete Alonso on for the interview. And he had 28, right?
Yeah.
Second most of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was impressive.
And nobody
gave a shit.
Gave less of a shit while he was on.
ESPN covered that so bad.
The camera angles were terrible.
The whole thing was terrible. It was unwatchable for me. After Ohtani got done, I had to turn it off.
Unwatchable.
I enjoyed it every second.
I haven't had that much fun watching a home run derby in a long time. That was fun. Morgan
cut out of the way now.
Yeah, might as well get the cutout out of the way now. Nah, he's still talking. Anyways, I enjoyed the home run derby. I like the bracket format. I think it makes it much more interesting. Like, you have to win your matchup. It's survive in advance, like March Madness style. I enjoy it.
I like it. Puts the pressure on.
Yeah. And I mean,
how about Pete Alonso just stopping, taking that time out before the one he needed?
It's a real dick on the move table.
Takes a lot of balls to beat a man that had cancer like that.
Let's talk about something real quick that needs to be talked about. His batting coach is the best home run derby pitcher of all time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like I was telling you guys before we started recording, he threw in the 99 derby. Nomar asked him, and then he ended up throwing to like half them because none of them brought pitchers, and they saw how well he was pitching to Nomar. So he ended up throwing to like McGuire and Griffey and Sosa. And
I mean, we could talk about the 99 home run derby champion, Ken Griffey Jr. all day.
You gotta worry about it. Here comes Pete Alonso.
Listen, I enjoyed, if he's going to give up the crown to anybody, I'm glad it's Pete. I enjoyed listening to Griffey talk, though. Man, it was so beautiful just listening to him talk. God, he's still so cool. Like,
it didn't matter what anybody was doing that night. Pete Alonso was not losing that derby.
No, he was on a mission.
He was the only person who was visibly not tired in the slightest.
No, it was crazy.
Yeah, I've literally been preparing for this second home run derby my whole life. Every offseason, I come out to Colorado, I hike, I do things in the mountains. I'm born for this altitude.
He honestly looks like he could have went out and done the whole thing again against 7 other people.
Yeah. So Pete Alonso is now Caitlin's favorite player, just by the way he interviewed. She was just like, I love him. I can't help myself. I just love him. But he was funny. But I saw a video of him when he got kicked out of a bar that night because they were shutting down the bar. And he was sitting in the bar with his home run chain on, just like a drink in hand.
Can't kick out the home run chain.
Seriously.
Did you see his post conference when he sat down and they said they introduced him as the home run derby champ, and he grabbed the mic and he said back to back home run derby champ.
Should have said the 2-time.
He should. I was gonna say he should have said the 2-time in honor of the great Doc. 2-time. Awesome. But it was. I thought it was a fun event overall. Congrats to Trey Mancini, man, coming back from stage 3 colon cancer to get to the finals against Pete Alonso. That's what makes baseball so magical, man. Is just stuff like that.
I will say, like, Pete Alonso won the event, but Trey Mancini won the night, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the All-Star game the next night. Vladdy Jr., game MVP with an absolute piss missile.
Yeah. I got that here somewhere. 468. I think it's the longest home run of his career.
Let's round that up. 469.
Yeah. And he's also nice. And he's also the youngest person to hit a home run in the All-Star game since Johnny Bench in 1969.
That's nice. Crazy. He joins
right over his head.
Yeah. Nice.
There it is.
Well, I was thinking he joins a group, him and his dad, Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. And then there's another, Barry Bonds and Barry Bonds Sr. are the 3 father-son combos to hit a home run in the All-Star game.
Not senior, but okay. Bobby Bonds.
Oh, Bobby, excuse me. Whatever.
No, not whatever.
Barry's daddy.
It's still his dad, Morgan. Chill.
Yeah.
I'd call your old man your senior.
It's true, but you just gotta get his name right. It's Bobby Bonds.
AL took the game for the 8th year in a row.
Yeah, they're what, like 26-5 over the last 30.
Yeah, they're
something like that.
They're tied for the second longest streak in the All-Star game history, which is I think is 11 is number 1.
Yeah. So none of us got the MVP of the game right, correct?
No.
I don't remember. Did we?
I said Tatis.
You and I said Ohtani.
And you said Ohtani.
I figured they were going to give it to him, but I think I texted Morgan around like 11:30 or so, around the 6th inning, saying that I was pretty certain Vlad was going to get the MVP.
As soon as he hit the second RBI, I mean,
it was over.
Blocked up.
Because I would say that after the 6th inning, that game was pretty uneventful.
What an absolute missile, though. Woo!
I love like the mic ups.
The interviews were awesome. Freddie Freeman he
was the best.
One of the best just guys.
His kid's incredible too. He was like looking all like there was a video of like his wife took of his kid at the All-Star game, like throughout the entire event for the few days. His kid just wanted to meet Fernando Tatis Jr. That's all he wanted to do is meet Tatis.
And he got to meet him.
He got to meet him and like he gave him like a hug and stuff. And he like you could tell the kid got super nervous and Fernando was like, "What's up, man?" Like, well, I mean, Fernando Tatis is just so cool. Like him just sitting there at the home run derby, just dripping swagger. God damn, I wish I was that cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun couple days.
It was. Just do it on a Saturday and Sunday.
I've been saying it.
We've been saying it.
I just can't for the life of me figure out why they would ever want the home run derby on a Monday night.
Because they're dinks.
It's crazy.
It is.
It's insane. It has the potential to be one of the coolest nights in sports.
Yeah.
And it is one of the coolest nights in sports, but just got to get that viewership up.
I agree. Your fans are dying essentially. MLB, do it on a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Please.
So the main point of this episode is we're going to do our second half predictions for the MLB season. Obviously, we kind of know where the standings are at now. If you're listening to this and you're a baseball head, this episode's for you for sure. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go division by division. We're each going to make our picks for the division. We're all going to have our playoffs brackets. We'll talk about our brackets, and then we'll do MVP, Cy Young's, Rookie of the Years. And then we're going to talk trade deadline stuff to see who's going to push past that, next level and get ready for that postseason run. So what'd you say?
Not the Cubs.
Not the Cubs. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to start? Do you want to go west to east or east to west?
I go east to west. That's
east
how
to
I
west.
Down, so.
All right, let's start NL East. Who you guys got winning it? Nick, I'll let you go first.
Winning the NL East, I have the New York Mets.
Morgan?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't. I have the Philadelphia Phillies.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Morgan, who do you have?
I have a team that's going to make a little bit of a run here in the second half. The Washington Nationals.
Interesting. We're all having different picks. New York Mets. I think we get some Jacob deGrom postseason baseball.
That would be lovely.
You know, we're a pro Jacob deGrom podcast, and I can't believe you guys would go against our Lord and Savior.
Well, he's a little older.
But yeah, I mainly picked the Mets because of Jacob deGrom.
I think they're going to fall off, honestly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've got them. I've got the Mets at a six seed.
Gotcha. Going in as a wild card?
Yeah.
No. Are they doing the 6 again? I was going to say.
They have the wild card game.
They're doing they're doing the same setup as 2020.
Yeah. Does that mess up your bracket, Morgan?
A little bit. I thought they were only doing the 5.
No, I believe they're doing 5 and 6. Probably should have fact checked this before. But anyways, while Morgan fact checks this on his phone, let's go to the AL East. Nick, I already know the answer to this, but who you got?
AL East. Hold on a second. I have only so much room on the screen. Yeah, AL East is
well, hold on.
Do
you just want to go by league and then league? Is that easier for you with your screen?
Yeah.
Like national. Okay, so let's go National League Central. Who you got?
National League Central. I have the Milwaukee Brewers taking it.
Morgan, does that make you upset?
I have the Brewers winning too.
I also have the Brewers winning.
Yeah.
I mean, Yelich, I think they'll, continue this pace. They'll make the playoffs,
Plus, they got one of the best starting 3 pitchers in rotation in the league.
Corbin pitched well last night.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's move over to the very competitive NL West.
Yep.
Who you got, Nick?
I got the Giants. I think they're coming into the second half of the season with a lot of momentum on a 4-game winning streak. And yeah, I don't see the Padres keeping up with them or the Dodgers really. So I think the Giants are going to take it.
Interesting. Morgan.
I have the Dodgers. I think they're championship pedigree, defending champs. I think they're going to just bring it home in the second half.
I couldn't agree more with Morgan. I got the Dodgers. I got Mookie Betts getting hot in the second half, doing what Mookie Betts things. They're getting Bellinger back from injury. He's going to be hitting bombs out in LA. Going to be hitting them to the OC.
Mookie Betts better do something.
I just think the Dodgers, like Morgan said, championship pedigree. We'll see how this Trevor Bauer situation, levels out for him. But besides that, they still got solid pitching. I got the Dodgers winning the NL West.
They're back to normal in the playoffs. So it's the 2 wildcard teams.
2 wildcard teams? Okay. So 2 wildcard teams.
2 total.
Okay. All right. That's what I had for my bracket. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
All right. Yeah. So NL wildcard
teams. 8-sided each.
No. It's 6-sided each.
It's 5-sided each. You get the 3 division champs.
Yeah.
The wild card game. The winner of the wild card plays top seed.
Correct. All right. That's how I had it. All right. That's what I thought. So that wild card game for the NL, who you guys got?
I think we're all going to be about the same here. I have Padres Giants.
I have St. Louis and Giants.
Oh, St. Louis making a little run. I have Padres Giants as well. Winner of the game, boys.
Giants, Nick? I thought you put them to win the division.
Yeah.
See, now my bracket's all messed up. Now we're all messed up here.
I'm fine.
I based mine off of the 2020 bracket format.
That was just wrong.
That's why you checked before all this stuff, Nick, like I clearly did.
It's not going to matter anyway.
Who'd you say, Matt?
I have same as you, Morgan. Padres, Giants. I got in the game. I got the Padres winning.
Padres. I also have the Padres winning.
Fernando Tatis. Nick, for that wild card game.
I'm just going to give you my bracket the way it's written.
Well,
I got it by seed the way they did it last year.
Well, then why don't you go by seed and just do the 5 and 6 seed, right? Or 4 and 5, excuse me.
4 and 5 then that I have Milwaukee and Los Angeles.
Because no, that doesn't make sense. Milwaukee's winning the NL Central.
I don't know. I might have fucked up.
So take out the Phillies, Brewers, and Giants.
Yeah.
And
then two teams.
Pick whatever two.
Yeah.
Phillies, Brewers, and Giants.
This is great radio. Dead air.
Atlanta.
I think Atlanta's going to make a run.
St. Louis versus Atlanta is your wild card game?
Yep.
Okay.
Neither of those two teams will be making the playoffs.
I'm keeping track for the people because I'm going to do some sort of standings for us. So
Nice. Can't wait to be
our whatever we want to go with point system or whatever.
Going to be completely correct about this. I think for our point system, everything we get right in the bracket, we get 1 point. And then, is that fair?
I was thinking 2 for the division winner, 1 if you get them in the playoffs, but they're not in the right spot.
Okay.
And if you pick the World Series winner, it's 5 points.
Yeah, these aren't going to be in the right spot.
Yeah, we'll figure out the scoring for how we're going to do this with every season coming up here.
We'll figure it out.
So who do you guys have for? We're just going to go the NL all the way through the playoffs. So who do you guys have in the NL with the best record?
Best record, I have San Francisco.
I have the Dodgers.
I also have the Dodgers. So that one, yeah. The winner of the wild card game. So for Morgan and I, it is the Padres. And then for Nick, who do you have winning yours?
That was the St. Louis and Atlanta?
Yep.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis and the Giants.
Yep. And then Nick has the Phillies and the Brewers.
Yeah.
Okay. So St. Louis versus San Fran. Nick, who you got in that series?
St. Louis versus San Fran. I got San Fran.
Okay. And then the other series, you will have Milwaukee versus the Phillies.
Yep, I got Milwaukee.
Brew Crew moving on.
Yeah.
National League Finals. Morgan, why don't you go? Padres versus Dodgers.
I'm taking the Dodgers. I think they win probably 4-1 or 3-1.
And then you got your.
I'm going to take Washington to win 3-2 over the Brewers in this series.
Nice.
So
I like it.
Washington and the Dodgers in the NLCS.
Nice. I have the Dodgers losing to the Padres.
Ooh.
Nice little upset for the folks.
Even though I kind of saw that coming, but
I mean, I can't help myself, man. So cool. And then the NL East matchup, I got the Mets versus the NL Central. We all had the Brewers. I have the Mets advancing.
I did not have the Brewers. Oh, division we did.
Division, yeah. So I got a Padres-Mets National League Final. And then going to the World Series, baby, Fernando Tatis.
You think the Padres are going all the way to the World Series?
Out there in Slam Diego, I sure do.
I think it's a year too early.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make it.
And then they need another pitcher.
We'll be meeting here on October, and I'll be correct. We can talk about that with the trade deadline coming up. No big deal.
We'll see.
Morgan, Nick, yeah, who you got for your fun? You got Giants versus.
Who's taking Milwaukee?
Milwaukee's moving on to the NLCS.
Yeah. So
I got them all the way facing San Diego in the NLCS.
San Fran.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of writing on this page.
Yeah. So you got San Fran versus Milwaukee. Who you got winning that?
You said Milwaukee.
Yeah, I got Milwaukee.
You got the Brewers in the World Series? Okay.
Yep.
I am going to take the defending champs to get back to the World Series.
That's a solid bet.
They're going back.
I knew you would take the Dodgers, so I had to switch it up a little. You know, got to make those picks a little different.
You don't have to.
I mean, we don't want to beat up on Nick too bad. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Guy can't even get his bracket right.
I just had a bracket. We just had a bracket miscalculation.
His bracket just got busted in
the picks are sound.
July.
Yeah,
the picks are sound.
His bracket's busted in July. It's an October event.
I just got to rewrite it. The picks are sound.
All right, so I have the Padres in the World Series. Nick's got the Brew Crew, and Morgan has the reigning champion Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll get to awards all at the end for each league. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the AL East. Nick, who do you have winning the AL East?
I'm guessing Boston.
Boston.
Morgan?
I also have taken the Boston Red Sox.
I have also taken the Boston Red Sox, as I'm wearing a Pawtucket Red Sox hat, RIP.
It's the only way to go.
To the great AAA franchise. And then we're going to move over to the AL Central. Who you guys got? Nick? We'll keep the same order.
I got the White Sox.
I also have White Sox.
I think this is good. This
as
AL,
much as that hurts me to say.
This AL might be a clean sweep for all of us. I think we might have the same picks. I also have the White Sox. South side, they're moving and grooving down there.
Yep.
Try not to get shot.
West is pretty fucking easy.
It's not. Houston and
so.
Oakland's in a tight battle. Who you got, though?
I think Houston is the best offensive team in the entire league. It's going to be Houston.
I also have Houston.
They
average more runs than anybody else in the league.
I have the Houston Astros as well. So that's all of our division winners. It's literally all the same for everybody. Red Sox in the East, White Sox in the Central, AL West is Houston. And then who you got
that's where it's going to get interesting.
2 wild card teams. Nick, why don't you go first? Why don't you look at your bracket there, see the teams, you can figure out who you want to pick.
Figure out
your
numbers.
My wild card teams are, from what I can gather, are Oakland and Cleveland.
Okay. You got Cleveland making a big run, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I don't hate it.
I don't have either of those teams.
You don't have Oakland? Oh,
no.
Boy. Who you got?
No. I think Oakland's going to fall off, and I think another AL West team's making a run. I think it's going to be Tampa and the Angels. I think Trout's going to come back. I think they're going to be pushed into the playoffs.
I like that. That's fun. I like that. That's a good one.
Do you think Ohtani
Plus, baseball wants Ohtani in the playoffs.
Do you think they got enough steam?
I think once Trout gets back, they're going to make a push. I think they're going to get hot and start scoring runs. And the Jared Walsh is hitting well. I think they're going to trade for Chris Bryant and bring him on.
The Angels, huh?
Oh, baby. I think he's going to end up in a Red Sox uni.
That would be. David Ortiz.
He's a free agent after this year. It's just a rental. But
yeah.
I think the Angels probably go get him.
Makes sense. But they got you can put him anywhere, actually. You can put him in
Left plays
everywhere. Yeah. True. All right. Well, my wild card teams, I got one from each of you guys. I got Tampa and I got Oakland. Yeah, I think Tampa, they got great starting pitching down there in the Gentleman Glass now. In Oakland, Oakland's always been normally solid throughout the years. So they got up and down years, but it's just Brad Pitt's handsome face from Moneyball just convinced me. That's what it is. All right. So who do you guys have for the best record in the AL?
I had the Houston Astros.
Morgan?
I have the Red Sox.
Well. That makes the brackets a little different. I also have the Houston Astros, Nick. So the way the bracket is set up, let's talk about the winner of your wild card games. Nick, for your Cleveland versus Oakland, who do you have winning?
I can't
believe you picked Cleveland.
I have Cleveland.
This is just New York Knicks pick all over again.
Hey, that almost had some legs.
Yeah, until Trae Young's taking a bow in the Madison Square Garden. Morgan, who you got for your winner?
In a 1-game playoff, I'm taking the Angels. I think they're beating.
Okay. I don't hate the call. I have Tampa.
It's not a bad pick.
They got World Series experience. They didn't win, but they got, pedigree for 1-game series. I got Tampa going.
So none of us picked the same wild card winner.
Nope. They have a nice pitching staff.
They do. So the way it's set up is Nick will have the Indians versus Houston and then the Red Sox versus the White Sox. So why don't you give me a winner from each of that series, Nick?
Yeah. Houston wins that series, and I got the Red Sox winning the other series.
Perfect. I think we might have a similar bracket, Nick. But Morgan, so you have the Angels versus the Red Sox and then Houston versus the White Sox. Give me.
Well,
Give me
I've
the
got
picks.
Houston's winning.
Okay.
Probably 4 or 5 games. And then I am taking the upset with the
Oh my
Angels
God.
beating the Red Sox.
You are out of your fucking mind.
This isn't Angels in the outfield, Morgan.
Listen, I'm telling you, I think they're going to get hot at the end of the year.
I think you have Ohtani fever.
I think so too.
You thought he was going to take the Derby.
Coming back.
Morgan got the Mike Trout card in MLB The Show. He's like, he's coming back. For my bracket, I got Houston versus Tampa. I got Houston moving on in that series pretty easily. And the battle of the Sox, the Red versus the White Sox. I got the Red Sox moving on to the next round versus Houston. Yep. Give me your AL champion, Nick.
Houston.
Pussy.
You know what? Because I got to bet with my brain and not my heart, or else I'm going to be very disappointed.
I mean, I think you're going to be disappointed in the Indians pick, but
it's not going to matter anyway because Houston's going to win the World Series.
Oh, you already spoiling the World Series pick?
I have a rematch of the Dodgers-Houston World Series. I am going Houston.
Okay. I have the Red Sox. I have a Slam Diego versus Boston Beantown World Series. I can't wait for it. I'm excited, personally. A lot of star power in that series. And I especially think with these deals that are going to get done at the deadline, I think the Red Sox are going to get a whole lot better. So my 2 champions, I got the Red Sox versus the Padres. Nick has the Astros versus the Giants. Morgan had what? Brewers, excuse me. And then you have the Dodgers versus the Astros. Nick, give me your World Series champion and in how many games?
Houston Astros in 6.
Redemption tour. You're all in on Houston.
They're gonna do it.
You think they got trash cans still?
I think they're gonna put the Brewers in trash cans.
Fair enough. Morgan.
I also have Houston in 6.
Oh my
They're
God.
beating the Dodgers.
There's a smart man down there.
They're the best team in baseball.
Easily.
They are, and I think it's great for baseball if they win because it just makes them more hated and more people are going to want to see them lose. I think it's good for baseball if they win.
You want to know what I got to say about all of this? There was one team that could beat the Houston Astros when they are at the peak of their powers and they were cheating. That was the Boston Red Sox with Alex Cora as manager. Do you know who's back for the Boston Red Sox? Alex Cora as manager.
It looks bad on him.
That said, he's taking Tatis to win the World Series.
You guys are unbelievable. No, I got the Sox in a clean sweep.
Wow.
Sweep?
Anytime the Sox get there, man, shit's easy for them.
Wow.
It's the getting there that's hard sometimes.
Yep. And I think this year when Boston wins the World Series, I'm going to go to the parade.
Oh, I already went one time, and it was amazing.
I'm going to do it. So
I think we should all go.
I got the Boston Red Sox as my
to the Houston,
World Series.
To the Houston one.
Yeah. It's a short drive for me. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not that short.
You guys have a World Series MVP that you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I do. Nick, you guys go first.
Well, World Series MVP. I hadn't thought of that one actually.
Yeah, well, you're on the spot.
On the spot. Let me get. You know what? Come back to me.
Morgan, you go ahead.
Good, because I wanted him to make sure he doesn't take him. I'm going Carlos Correa.
Yep. It's his last year there, right?
Potentially.
Yeah. No, that's a great pick. For the Boston Red Sox, I have the young kid, Rafi Two Scoops. Rafi Devers, World Series MVP. The next coming to David Ortiz. He's gonna be coming up clutch.
We'll see. Those are really big shoes
to
fill.
He can already field, so he's got that on Ortiz.
There you have it. Nick, your World Series MVP.
Jose Altuve.
That little guy?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Well, there you got it. That's we all got different brackets, so we'll definitely have some different picks.
Altuve, who went shirtless on his walk-off the other night.
Yeah.
Funny. That series was just a bunch of trolling.
Yeah, that was incredible. Aaron Judge closing up the jersey right in the third.
They all started doing it. It wasn't just
that was
Judge.
Great.
That's incredible. Well, so let's get to awards. let's go back to the NL since we did them first. Let's do MVP for off the top. Nick, who's your NL MVP?
I got Fernando Tatis Jr.
Seconded. I have also picked Tatis.
Third.
Yeah. I mean, that's who it's going to be.
How can you not love him? You know,
his numbers are there. He's great for baseball.
they're going to get an MVP quick.
He's a monster. He's going to get it. Yep. No question.
Agreed. Cy Young. Nick.
NL Cy Young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeGrom.
Morgan.
Again, thinking the Mets falling out of the playoffs, I think Kevin Gausman for the Giants is having an unreal year. Second
to Morgan. I agree.
He's probably going to win the Cy Young.
Yep. Even with me having the Mets make the playoffs, I think DeGrom's he started to show a little signs of chinks in the armor. So we'll see if he, I hope that doesn't happen because, Jacob DeGrom is, the father of my son, but took you guys a second. But I think Gosman's going to end up winning it. So we're doing Rookie of the Year. I had a tough time picking a Rookie of the Year for the NL.
It's a toss-up right now.
Who you got, Nick?
I got Jonathan India of the Reds.
Okay.
He's batting .275. He's got 35 RBIs, 7 stolen bases.
Oh, it's a free base.
He's doing pretty good. So I got him.
Interesting. Morgan.
I have Jazz Chisholm.
What a name.
Miami Marlins. I think he's having a great year. 11 homers. I think he's hitting about 280, 290. He's playing well.
There you go.
His name is Jazz. It's a cool name.
So for me, I think the Little League team, the Pirates, are going to get an award here. Brian Hayes. I think he's going to end up winning the NL Rookie of the Year. The bad news Pirates, they'll get a little shine at the end of the year. So that's who I got. So that's your NL awards. We're not going to do Silver Slugger or anything and pick position by position because we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
But let's go AL MVP. Nick, who's
Vladimir
your AL
Guerrero
MVP?
Jr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Chonk King, Vladdy Jr.
Yeah. I wanted to say Ohtani, but given the fact that I don't think the Angels are going to fucking do anything, I wouldn't give it to him.
But the Blue Jays aren't going to be in the playoffs either. So
Morgan, you. Oh, sorry. You guys are good. You guys, throw the punches, Yeah. Throw the punches. Nick had a couple of jabs in there. You can go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, the way I have my bracket and playoff set up, I would pick Vladdy, but Ohtani making the playoffs with the Angels, he'll get
it. I think Ohtani gets MVP if they don't make the playoffs.
Really?
I think the juice is flowing for this kid. I think at this point he's going to hit 40 home runs minimum, and he's going to be pitching too. I think he's going to get the MVP.
You don't think his pitching dies off?
No. I mean, if he keeps that around 3 ERA,
the MVP anyway.
Yeah, if he keeps around that 3 ERA and he's still hitting dingers, imagine if he gets 50 plus homers. How can you not give it to him?
Well, that's a shoo-in if he gets 50 plus homers.
So, I mean, he's already at 33. So,
I mean, I am interested to see if Vlad can catch him and win a Triple Crown, because that'd be insane. Because he's leading the league in average, and
that'd be sick if Vladdy did that. So AL Cy Young. Nick, who you got?
It was kind of a tough one because it had to go against every ounce of my fiber to not say Garrett Cole, because I'm not fucking giving it to that dude. So I went with Lance Lynn.
Good pick. Morgan, did you want to continue on Vladdy?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Who's your AL Cy Young winner?
So mine might be a little bit of a surprise. I'm going Chris Bassett for the A's.
Okay.
I think he's having a good year. I think they hold strong. He'll probably win it, but he's pitching well.
It's a good one. Garrett Cole.
I thought about Cole too.
I think the Yankees.
Despite what Nick says, he's having a great year.
I think the Yankees aren't going to do anything, but I do think Garrett Cole is going to continue to put up numbers, and I think he'll get Cy Young.
For Pete's sake, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're out. You're out.
Guy.
No. You're out. You're out here picking the Indians and the Cardinals making the playoffs. You're like, they're not. Did you look at the divisions?
Yeah.
Did you see the records?
Yes.
Blasphemous, Nicholas.
The Cardinals are not that bad.
The fact that you have to say they're not that bad really means that bad.
Well, Morgan has the Angels, and they're not doing great either.
The only person that has a realistic bracket here is me. It just is what it is.
You have the Boston Red Sox winning everything over the Astros.
Yeah.
No, he has it over the Padres.
He has them beating the Astros just in general in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be easy.
They're the best team, hands down.
It's going to be easy. Do you think those Astro players are going to be able to come to Fenway in the cold and with all those, white folks in the stands just ragging on them the entire time? Heck no.
Yes.
Fuck no. No, last time they played in the playoffs, the Red Sox dragged their dick all over Houston, and it's going to happen again.
But we also got to hope that the Red Sox don't do what they usually do, which is blow off all their fucking steam in the first half of the season and fall off. But
they stunk the past couple of years. Okay, it's back to 2017, baby. We're back to winning baseball. I don't get what your problem is. He says he's a Red Sox fan, Morgan. I don't think he is.
I told you, he's a Yankees fan.
It's unbelievable.
I'm a realist.
AL Rookie of the Year.
Moving on.
What do you got? It's you.
Me?
Yeah.
Adolis Garcia on the Rangers.
Okay. Yeah, he's leader in the clubhouse right now, as the golf fans would say. I went with Ryan Mountcastle for the Baltimore Orioles.
I went with that boy who we previously talked about, Wander Franco.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
with the AL Rookie of the Year.
I think he came in too late. I don't think he's.
Yeah, I didn't even consider him.
I think he's going to make a splash here. And I think with the Rays making that playoff push, I think he's going to be a big part of it. Big part. Huge. Bigly.
Huge.
So, So AL MVP, Morgan and I both have Ohtani. Nick has the Chomp King himself, Vladdy Jr. AL Cy Young, I have Garrett Cole. Morgan has, remind me, from the Athletics. And Morgan cut out right there, shockingly. Nick, who do you have for your AL Cy Young?
Lance Lynn.
Lance Lynn. Morgan, are you back? He is not back. Pause.
There we go.
AL Cy Young winner?
Chris Bassett.
Thank you. Rookie of the Years, we just did that. So if you guys don't remember that, that's on you. NL MVP, it's a sweep for our King, Tatis Jr. NL Cy Young, Morgan and I both have Kevin Gausman. Nick has Jacob deGrom. NL Rookie of the Year, I have Brian Hayes. Morgan?
Jazz Chisholm.
Sick name, that's right. Nick?
Jonathan India.
All right, so that's all of our predictions for that portion. We're going to get into some trade deadline stuff, who we think could be on the move, like the entire Cubs roster, because they fucking blow. And let's get into it. Who do we want to talk about first? Nick, your first candidate.
I think Kimbrel is going back to the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that rumor. Yeah, I definitely think the Cubs are selling everything. Fire sale.
Pretty much.
I also have, along with Kimbrel going to the Sox, I have Anthony Rizzo going to the Red Sox as well.
Wow.
I think the one person they'll keep is Anthony Rizzo.
I think Rizzo's out. I think he's going to be in a Boston uniform like he should have been the whole time.
Who do you think the Red Sox move aside for him?
Prospects.
Dahlbach.
Yeah.
Dahlbach, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be prospects.
I have a Chris Bryant leaving the Cubs.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, Morgan said he's going to the Angels. Nick, do you have a team he's going to, Nick?
No, I don't have a team that he's going for, but I do think he's definitely leaving.
Well, I definitely think they're trading to the AL, so I don't hate Morgan's pick of the Angels. I think that's a good pick because at that point, I think, are him and Trout boys?
Who?
No, Trout grew up in Jersey. Never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else.
I did see at the All-Star game, David Ortiz was courting Chris Bryant pretty heavy.
I think that happens this offseason. I don't think it happens for the trade deadline. I think KD will be in Boston.
When he's a free agent.
I do. Yep. I think that'll happen. Morgan, but you have him going to the Angels, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I don't think they're going to trade him to the NL.
No.
I'd be shocked, but I mean, also, I wouldn't be shocked because at this point, the Cubs suck enough that they're just going to take best offer, you know? Your team's pathetic this year, Morgan.
Yeah, they're really bad.
They had a run where I thought they were going to be good, and then they died.
Do you have Javi leaving or no?
I don't think anybody's going to trade for him.
Why?
He doesn't play well. He has so many stretches where he just can't hit the ball, and then he'll get really hot for like a week or two, and then he'll just fizzle out for like a month.
Weren't you like calling him by his nickname on this podcast, like literally like a month and a half ago?
Oh, trust me, I love Javi, but
the guy doesn't even know where first base is. Turned around.
Maybe it's the part of me that just I don't want them to trade him.
That makes sense.
They keep him. Right now, I'm kind of just hoping they keep Contreras and Baez.
Well, Contreras is having some thoughts saying,
I know.
Team's not playing with heart
Or effort.
Or effort.
Is he
that's
wrong?
his job. That's the job of the catcher, though, to call out the team.
Yeah.
And for all people to give him shit about it, David Ross, really? Come on now, you're a former catcher. You should know better. But I didn't think he was the right hire to begin with.
Why not?
Because I just think he's too friendly with the players.
Yeah, it's tough when you going from
him and Rizzo are like a father-son relationship. That's not good.
I think that's more like big brother, little brother. I think it's like he played on the World Series team that won it. So it's hard to go from a peer to a boss like that, especially at like a professional athlete level.
I like David Ross, but I just didn't think him fitting that role was.
It sounds like you don't like David Ross.
I love David Ross.
The player I like. As a manager, not a fan.
Yeah, well, fair enough. So we went through the entire Chicago Cubs roster essentially. Does Morgan? Why don't you go next? Because I got a little list right here. So
I've got a few here. I've seen a lot of rumors. Joey Gallo going to the Yankees.
That was my next one. Gallo.
That was a big one. I think Gallo.
You think the Yankees are going to be buyers at the deadline?
I do, because there's talks they're looking at bringing in Hamels, who's a free agent.
For what? To get fucking shelled the entire rest of the year by the Red Sox?
Him in the playoffs if they can get there.
They're not getting there. You already said that with your bracket. Come on, Skip Morgan.
I'm trying to explain to you what the Yankees are going to do.
Well, they're fucking trash. They're like 500. Garbage.
They might be just counting on if the Red Sox maybe collapse.
Yeah, just above 500, actually.
This isn't 04 or before, okay? Red Sox are going to the World Series, and we're taking it home. Nick and I are going to be cracking that bottle of Jim Beam.
I got it. And trust me, even if I lose my World Series picks, that bottle's open and just the same.
You even win at the same time. Yeah, I've heard Gallo. I got Trevor Story.
Yeah,
I think he got his send-off with that home run derby in Colorado. Where we think he's going, though? Any rumors that you guys heard of?
Early on, it was the A's going to get him.
Yep.
Maybe the White Sox, although they have Tim Anderson out there.
Tim Anderson, very cool, by the way.
Speaking of the Athletics, dude, that whole team's on the move.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Aren't they shopping around for a potential new area to play?
Oh, the whole team. Sorry, I was like, they're my pick for the playoffs.
No, I mean like the actual fucking.
Yeah, they've
team.
been looking at Vegas sites, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It would be sick.
You know how quickly I would be on a plane to Vegas if the Oakland Athletics were playing there? But the Vegas Athletics or whatever the fuck they want to call them.
Yeah, I wonder if they would rebrand.
I don't know. It's such an iconic team.
It's the WNBA team, though. They're not going to change it to that.
True.
What was that?
The Las Vegas Aces is the WNBA team.
Oh, the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah. I
wonder if they go with something. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough.
They just tell the WNBA team, you need to change your name. You guys are now referred to as the 21s.
I mean, they could just be called the Las Vegas A's.
Yeah.
And just have their symbol be the ace.
Ace. Yeah.
A.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd fucking take it.
We'll be interested with that. Another one I got is Kyle Gibson.
Mm-hmm. That's another one
for the Rangers.
I
think he's going to be in a beautiful Boston Red Sox uniform.
You got everybody going to the Red Sox. No wonder he thinks they're going to win the fucking World Series.
They don't have that much money. Come on now.
Christ.
They're going to, I mean, listen, there's one thing that happens in Boston, and the second that they think they can win a World Series, we go all in. We mortgage the future for like 4 fucking years after we win a World Series, and we go all in. And that's what's happening this year.
We're going to put all these people.
There's plenty of hotels in Boston.
I mean, on the field.
He's a pitcher. He pitches 1 out of 5 days.
You got so many people coming in there. You're going to put people out of jobs.
I mean, be better at your job. I don't know. I mean, I just think the Red Sox are going to go all in.
I mean, I think the Red Sox team, as it stands right now, regardless of like picking whose brackets we think are closer, the Red Sox as it stands right now are a World Series contending team.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to bolster their rotation the most, to be honest.
It's really it. Their pitching is what needs the most work.
Yeah.
So I think Gibson, I think he's going to go to the Brewers.
Ooh.
I think the Brewers need another pitcher right now, and Gibson's probably a good fit for them.
Yeah. I got Scherzer on the move.
Whoa.
Wow. I don't see them trading Scherzer.
I think they're gonna try. I think they're gonna try to.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
I don't know, but I've been reading some stuff, and I hear that I've been reading that he may be potentially going.
We're gonna have a trade deadline where nobody gets traded.
Imagine.
People get traded. It always happens. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Scherzer's going anywhere.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Scherzer gets traded.
Well, I'll be surprised, except for me.
I'll be surprised if Cleveland Indians make the playoffs.
Just watch.
Another one I've been seeing, maybe on the move, Nelson Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of rumors him going out to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, nice big bat. Try to make that playoff run.
Yeah.
It's the Buffalo Blue Jays right now, currently.
Nonsense.
Is that where they're playing? Buffalo?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The weirdest stadium. It looks like they're playing in a minor league team.
They are playing in a minor league stadium.
Are they still just not allowed to go back?
Correct.
No, Toronto. Yeah, Canada's still shut down. Bunch of crazy.
That's so nuts. Don't they have free healthcare?
All right.
They should be able to take care of this. No problem.
Works well.
Easily.
It's clearly working wonders.
Anybody got anybody else on the move?
I think Harper gets moved.
Really?
He has a no trade clause. He's not going anywhere.
Philly sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
you're not wrong.
nobody here is disputing that claim.
Yeah.
Don't you have them in the playoffs, Nick?
Yeah.
in my initial, before I had to look up the new one. I was going off of last year's brackets. I just thought we were making brackets, but I got all my wild cards fucked up.
Here. Philly's winning the division.
Yeah, you picked them to win the division.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. I don't have to go past that.
The man says they suck.
They stink. Wait. In Nick's defense.
Well, they're 500 right now.
In Nick's
They
defense.
can go on a tear. Who else is in that division?
Now that Acuna is out, like, is anybody else, like, Morgan's got DeGrom falling off? Like,
Nobody is in that fucking division.
The Nationals, I don't know. They could be king of the trash. It's possible.
No, nobody is in that division.
I mean, let's just talk about Philadelphia as a city on the whole. Like, their biggest sports figure of all time is fictional. So,
yeah, okay, Bill Burr.
Is baseball also the NL East at least?
Yes, it is. Just like the NFC beast.
Other than the Mets, who you have falling off and not making the playoffs, the Braves aren't going to go anywhere now. Washington Nationals, I don't see that happen. And the Marlins are fucking trash.
I don't know who you're not talking to me. I got the Mets making the playoffs, baby. Check up DeGrom.
I'm talking to Morgan.
I'm telling you, the Nationals are going to make a run.
I respectfully disagree, Jeff Van Gundy.
They are under 500 as we speak.
Okay. Schwarber's coming back. He'll get healthy. Swinging the hottest bat in baseball.
Dude's hitting bombs.
He is.
You got Trey Turner. That team's pretty good.
They're okay.
I mean, if
the decision with all these teams
doesn't go to the Angels, he's going to the Nationals.
You think?
It's a good spot for him too. The Nationals have a lot of prospects.
I mean, realistically, I just think everybody's ended up on the Red Sox, baby. So
Red Sox are just putting down the Infinity Gauntlet, just getting
Thanos collecting stones, just walking around. Man, oh man, I watched the season finale of Loki tonight. Woo, Nick, I can't wait for you to finish that.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was good. It was good. Does anybody else have any baseball talk though? Anything else we want to get off on this midweek podcast? This is very rare for us.
Yeah, I got one thing that I wanted to bring up because of just how fucking ridiculous it was Stephen A. Smith's dumb as shit comments about Ohtani. That's a stupid thing for him to say.
That was pretty racist.
I mean, I've been saying it for a while. That dude is an overpaid, glorified name dropper. That's what he gets paid to do now. He gets paid to tell you on Monday morning that he had dinner on Sunday night with Kevin Durant. That's his whole fucking job.
Realistically, he should never talk any sport besides basketball. That's what it boils down to.
First of all, I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about baseball for.
If he was white, he'd be fired.
Oh, 100%. Not even a question.
It's the bias right now.
Especially after the Rachel Nichols shit.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Just because he's Stephen A. Smith, and that's the only reason he's still there.
Well, that's why they made him issue an apology.
But did you see the first apology?
No.
It was the most half-assed shit I've ever read in my life.
It's not shocking. These people aren't actually sorry for what they say.
Plus, I just Stephen A. Smith is a shitbag. So.
I have not watched. I haven't watched ESPN in a long time.
I watch Sports Center. I watch Sports Center, but I don't watch.
I don't watch Sports Center either. The whole ESPN just sucks now.
Fair.
Well,
I haven't even thought about watching First Take since Skip left. The real.
That's what happens when the mouse buys you.
It's true. That being said, Disney, hit our line. We're always willing to change.
Yeah, I am just so more than willing to tell the best player in baseball that he can't be the face of the league.
Morgan, if you say no, we'll find somebody to replace you. Okay.
All right, I'll go start my own thing.
We're taking the bag.
Take you and your fucking Chicago Cubs.
Morgan, just
I'll still take the bag, but I ain't changing. They'll just fire me. I'll get that payout.
Morgan sitting there like Denzel on Trading Day with me and Nick. Okay, all right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Yeah, I just thought that was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
Like a worldwide phenomenon. Other than European football, probably the most worldwide inclusive sport that we have here. At least of the big four.
Yeah.
The big four sports. I mean,
I think basketball's more worldwide actually, but that's okay.
I don't see a whole lot of Japanese and Asian people playing basketball.
It's everywhere.
In the NBA.
I mean, in
the professional leagues here.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it's definitely the most inclusive of the big sports.
Yeah, I just think basketball is a more worldwide sport. I mean, I think they watch it in Japan, and obviously they watch it in China. Ask LeBron James about his tweets.
Or Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, Starbury. Shout out Steph Marbury.
I get that. I just mean in the professional leagues that we watch on TV here, you definitely see the most diverse crowd in baseball.
Yeah, sure.
Look at the top 10 stars in the league right now. I would say
not too many of them are speaking English.
Yeah, but maybe 75% of them probably do not speak English as a first language.
Which is totally fine. You know,
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that's what made that statement so ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Any other sports news? We got the Bucks versus the Suns tonight, Game 4.
Yeah.
Any predictions? It's starting in 7 minutes.
I'm gonna have a hot take here and say that the Bucks are gonna win tonight, but then they don't win again.
Morgan.
Suns in 4.
That's literally impossible.
Oh. Suns still have to win 4 total games. Suns in 4.
Morgan's like, the guy at the stadium was selling shirts. I know what I read.
I was swindled.
Don't believe everything you read, Morgan. Like that W.
I have a take. Phoenix front court depth is going to come back to bite them. The Milwaukee Bucks are winning the series.
Yeah, and the Cleveland Indians are going to make the fucking playoffs.
I'm going to be sitting here when Giannis is Finals MVP and just being like, "Told you."
Now imagine what that does for him. Two MVP, two MVPs plus a Finals MVP,
and a Defensive Player of the Year and a Finals win at 26.
Pretty good.
At that point, not to put an a relationship to this, he's up in the pantheon. Greek, you see what I did there? He's up in the pantheon of greats at that point.
Yeah.
Look at Morgan's face, disgusted, frozen on disgust. Morgan is the biggest Giannis hater I've ever met in my life.
Who? Skip Sawyer?
Yeah, Skip Sawyer. Morgan Bayless.
He hates him so much.
Why do you hate Giannis so much?
He's just so boring.
He literally dropped in back-to-back games 40 points and 10 rebounds. The only other player to do that in the finals is Shaquille O'Neal in back-to-back games.
But he's not Shaq.
You're right. He's Giannis.
Yeah, he's Giannis.
I don't know. Watching the Bucks play, that team is built ass backwards for Giannis.
Yeah.
That team is built so poor.
If he's able to win a finals with that team being built ass backwards for him. Oh, baby.
He's pretty close right now.
Yeah. If they tie it up tonight, Phoenix is in trouble. Because Phoenix is, listen, I know one thing. Scott Foster, if they tie it up tonight, is going to get one of those next 3 games, and that's an automatic win for the Bucks. So they tie it up tonight, Morgan. Your boy Chris Paul better watch out. He's not going to be CP3. He's going to be CP0 for 0 championships.
Yeah. We'll get closeout Chris tonight.
Hell nah. Devin Booker's been playing like trash since he broke his nose. If DeAndre Ayton gets in foul trouble, it's over. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Giannis is eating again.
You think he's going to go 40 again?
Oh, yeah, minimum. If he goes 40 points and 10 rebounds again tonight in 3 straight games, Phoenix is cooked. Like, you can't stop him.
That'd be pretty impressive.
Giannis is, and here's the thing too, is Giannis is just going to continuously attack DeAndre Ayton at this point because he knows if he gets Ayton in foul trouble, Phoenix has nothing for him. And then Brook Lopez goes off the court, and then you have Giannis playing center in a small ball lineup, and Milwaukee is annihilating Phoenix in that lineup.
That's if Giannis continues to pound the paint.
What she 100% will.
He doesn't all the time, though. He'll start settling for that shot. He hits one, and he starts settling for shots.
Everything that you said about Giannis is true until the past 2 games. He did it in 1 game, and they lost, and he did it again, and they won, and I think he's just going to be like, I'm doing this every game. The man's a warrior. Like,
do you think he found the switch?
I think he finally realizes that he can literally do that every fucking night.
Yeah,
and at this point in the finals,
3 minutes into the game.
Hey, like I said, Morgan, if Phoenix loses tonight, Milwaukee's winning this series. Because, like I said, Scott Foster's reffing one of those next 3 games, and I pray to God it's a Game 7 in Phoenix, and DeAndre Ayton gets in foul trouble early, and Chris Paul just has to deal with another Scott Foster game, and Giannis wins Finals MVP. It will be my magnum opus in sports to see Chris Paul lose and Giannis win a Finals. So I get to come onto the podcast and talk to Morgan and him just be distraught that Chris Paul lost in the Finals to Giannis.
Are we making? No, we can't now. It's too late.
I mean, personally, that's more satisfying to me than any time I beat you in video games growing up. That's it.
Such a dick.
Shit.
We want to talk about Sergey? You want to talk about Mr. Fedorov?
Who?
Morgan was like chasing me out of the house after I beat him. He's like, go and get now. Anything to add before we get out of here?
I mean, I had a little bit of the baseball draft, but we don't got to talk about it.
Go back. No, I got time.
So the Pirates selected probably one of the best players coming out in a long time.
Is that
Henry Davis, the catcher from
catcher?
Louisville?
Yeah.
He's gonna be an absolute beast.
Is he? Is he gonna end up switching positions?
Maybe like Schwarber did. Probably
Yeah.
go to the outfield. Rangers took Al Leiter's son, Jack Leiter, from Vandy.
Bro, he was throwing like 97 as a junior in high school, right?
Yeah.
His legs are huge.
Yeah. And then the only other one was Kamara Rocker, also from Vandy. He's going to the Mets.
Gotcha. What about the Red Sox draft pick?
They got a Marcelo Meyer.
Best high school player in the nation, shortstop.
Yeah, Marcelo Meyer.
He's definitely like 3 or 4 years down the line, but
he was he was expected to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah. So drops to 4 right in the Red Sox lap. Shocker. Red Sox just coming up winning. That's just all we do up here in New England.
I also read that the Angels used all 20 rounds to select a pitcher. They picked a pitcher all 20 rounds.
What?
Do they not have a good one right now or something?
They're literally like, they're sitting there. They're like, we'll hit on one.
One of them's got to hit.
I don't hate the strategy.
Just buckshot approach. Just going to keep on fire until I hit something.
Yeah.
All pitchers.
I will give a shout out to Ray.
Took a pitcher.
I'll give a shout out to Ray Keschel. Whenever me, Morgan, Ray, and Jeff played the Madden franchise, Ray Keschel literally had 10 offensive linemen that were all 85 and above on his team. He literally would draft backups. He would draft 4 offensive linemen every single year. And he would just develop them. They'd be by an 85 over the end of the year. And we're like, dude, you don't even use these guys. He's like, yeah, I know, just in case somebody gets hurt. I got to have, somebody be able to slide in. I'm a run first football team.
He was treated like a college program.
It was incredible. It was incredible. No NFL news. We're approaching training camp. I know this was a baseball episode and we got into a little finals talk, but I'm excited for the second half of baseball. Excited for my Red Sox to win the World Series.
I'm excited for the Red Sox to win a World Series too, but that's not who I picked.
Yeah, well, not all of us can be right, Nick, Just like Morgan wasn't right picking Ohtani,
No.
It happens.
It was a good pick though, Morgan. The 1 seed only lost to my 8 seed, Juan Soto. No big deal.
But repeat. Took home the cake.
If Morgan could strangle me through the camera right now, he 100% would. He's like, you've done enough talking shit to me tonight.
I'll just text Caitlin and be like, he's given me so much shit the last few episodes. She'll take care of it for me.
Probably beat me up.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. She does not hit me.
Wow.
Sometimes.
You probably deserve it. Sometimes.
She probably told you to say that.
What doorknob did you fall on, Matt?
It's not funny to joke about, guys.
Pretty sure.
Keep that one in the chamber, Nick. You can get it out after.
Would have been a good one.
So we'll have an episode dropping next Monday. We got the triplets. It's another baseball-centric episode. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I'm super pumped. Actually, really quick, before we get out of here, a little video game talk. Luca on the cover of 2K.
Yeah.
Candace Parker is on a different cover. And
She's
then
from a GameStop exclusive.
The GameStop exclusive cover. And then people still buy physical copies.
I guess so.
Must be
on the GameStop exclusive.
Must be people on the PlayStation 4s out there.
Yeah.
GameStop's just desperate to stay in business.
And then the Legends cover, we got Dirk, Kareem, and Kevin Durant. What an interesting group for the Legends cover. I thought.
Very weird.
I don't
Those are 3 players I would never associate with each other.
I mean, maybe Morgan is right that they're going to do like a big man centric thing this year. Like maybe they revamped like down low. So they went all big men. Like I'm curious.
Nice. I could have seen it just being Dirk as the Legends cover just because Luca's on this one.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Because if any, I think Dirk deserves a Legends cover.
Oh, 100%.
We'll get there.
They should have just done
coming
that.
up for a Hall of Fame here in a bit.
I mean, he's not. I think this was his Legends cover. I mean, realistically, if you're 2K and you want to knock out, Dirk from a cover, Kareem and Kevin Durant for a second cover, go ahead. Like I get it. Knock them all out at once, and then you don't have to worry about them again. there's very few people that get multiple covers, and where LeBron, when he retires, will get another one, so he'll be up to 3.
Kobe
and
will
then
get another one.
Kobe will end up getting another one, like for his 25th anniversary of his death.
Steph Curry will get one.
Yep, Steph will get one, of course. Like all these guys will get multiple covers with 2K.
Giannis.
Excuse me?
If he wins this year, he will.
Don't you dare talk about Giannis like that.
I will.
You will bow to the Greek god, Giannis, at the end of this finals.
I will not. Will not.
Yeah. Oh, man. I fucking hope Milwaukee smacks him tonight. Just fucking smacks him. But I think that's the show. We'll be back Sunday. We will have Roger Clemens, Andy Pettit, Mike Musina versus Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, and John Smoltz. I will be reffing the fight. Between these two gentlemen, I'm excited for that.
Tom who?
I'm taking a point off every time Nick says Tom Glavine.
Tom Glavine.
Personal point. I'm taking a point off. My points don't mean anything, but to me, they'll mean something.
Your judgment does not matter.
I can think it was that stupid meme on TikTok that's like the Justice League where it's just like no lanterns, no Kryptonian. This world will crumble like the rest of them. But yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to get after on that one. You guys got any quick jabs real quick before we get out of here, or am I ending this and send it out to Knock, who's still recovering from the 19?
The vid.
Just look at the rings.
Dripping.
Rings and everything. I mean, I've got, I think, 3 Hall of Famers to your, 1, 0? 1, 0?
1. Musina's got to be in, right? Musina's not in?
I don't think so. I'll have to double check, but
Roger Clemens should be in.
Fact of the matter is, he's
Cheater!
not. Wonderful and outstanding Hall of Fame. I can't even do it.
Yeah, boy, come on, man.
I can't do it.
Your whole brand right there would have went right out the window. And then
I can't do
anything you ever said to me about you not selling out to Disney, I would have just like smacked you in the face and been like, you talked good about the Hall of Fame one time. You're selling out to Disney.
I can't do it. The Hall of Fame's garbage.
Fair enough. Well, all right, boys.
Terrible.
Let's get out of here. Go enjoy our Wednesday night here. I'm probably going to play some Warzone if anyone's hanging out.
I'm probably going to go watch the finals.
I'm definitely not going to do that.
Losers. All right. Later, boys.
See ya.